semi-autobiographical webcomic been better? My favorite part about going to the convention depends on the convention. I love, my favorite one is, I love going to Comic-Con because the gas lamp's right there and it's just bars. After the show's done, I'm like, alright, cool, now I can go drink. I'm sorry, no, alcohol is bad. It's talking to the fans. Talking to fans is the best part. Geek out? Oh man, what can I do? Okay, Ghostbusters. I can't stress that enough. That's my favorite. Right now, that's my favorite comic book. Like every time, so they canceled. It's a comic book done by IDW. It's Eric Burnham and Dan Shine. That's the writer and artist, and it's amazing. They canceled the monthly, but every now and then they come up with a new story. And in June, this past Wednesday, they started doing Ghostbusters Get Real, and I love that book. That comic book's amazing. Every time I see something about Ghostbusters, I'm like, I need to buy it. Oh, I love it. I go nuts. Depending on how creative the costume is. Cause I've seen the guys in the jumpsuits. I still love the guys in jumpsuits. But whenever I see a Zool walking past, I have not seen one Gozer though. I've seen Zool, I've seen Vince Clortho, but never one. I'm interested. I wish it, so I heard that it's a reboot. Yeah. I hope it's a sequel. I would love it to be a sequel. Sequel would be the best. That would be the ideal. Because then I kept on hoping when I heard that the new movie was coming out. I was like, oh, please, maybe have like Egon Spengler has a college, like has a new a wing to a college that they're learning from. I would love that. I hear it's a reboot. Oh, and if it was a sequel, they can go to Ray Stantz's Book of Occult, and that would be cool if they just bought a book for him. I would love that. And him saying like, I remember the days when I was a Ghostbuster, and then like, yeah, okay, and they walk away. But I heard it's a reboot. I'm still excited because I love Melissa McCarthy. I laugh at everything she did. I actually saw Spy. I love.
Good movie.
Every time I see her on there, it was alright. It was alright. I just love Melissa McCarthy. Friends. Friends are big. Friends will be the guys who are like, oh, hey, cool, have you met my friend this so-and-so? Like, you'll be surprised at how many people will introduce you to other people, and then you'll get your name out there, and then they'll want to buy your book. Friends are really helpful. Social networking, it's awful. No, it's great. It's just a headache, because whenever I publish a comic, now I have to mention it on Twitter, I have to mention it on Facebook, I have to mention it on Instagram, I have to mention it on Tumblr. I go, every single time I post something on there, I go to every social network I have and I post it on there. And I've heard websites where you can post on there and then they'll take care of all of your links, but then I get confused on who gets what kind of thing, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say that I like the idea that it would help. I hope that it helps, because there's a lot of times like most of the public, they're just gonna go to see the movie. They're not so much gonna buy the comic. But every now and then you find the kid who watches the movie and they're like, oh man, I need to read more. So while the majority of people maybe not, but every once in a while you find someone that make them a fan for the rest of their lives, and then they will go in and they'll look for more comic books. And they're like, oh, comic books are this much fun, I need to read more, and then they'll go to the small guys and buy comic books. So I even if I'm delusional, maybe that it helps, but I'm still gonna say that it helps. I like to think it helps. It's free online.
Alright, can't argue that.
I mean, you can buy the book, and the book is pretty cool. Like, this is Book of Red. You can buy this book. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, and if you buy the book, a lot of times in the books, I'll put in something that you've never seen before. I'll put in secrets. At conventions, I love telling people secrets. I mean, I don't like telling people spoilers all the time, but I'll ask them, hey, you want to know something new that I'm not going to post online? I will give you behind the scenes look at something that you are curious about.